Christian heritage in this nation, but there is overwhelming evidence in our history that we are the heir to a great Christian inheritance in America. If there is no Christian heritage in our nation, why then during the Great Awakening did the motto of our nation become one nation under God? Why then during the Revolution did the cry arise, no king but King Jesus? Why then? I can tell you that our generation has been under a subtle attack from the enemy to disconnect us from our past. Covenant ties us to our past and gives us hope for the future. Could it be that today more than just our generations and our nation's destinies stand in the balance? Could it be that by us renewing covenant today, the generations coming after us will walk in the land that has been greed? America forgot the Lord and broke his covenants. They broke hundreds of covenants with the First Nations people, and yet God raised up great revivals when they cried out to him in prayer and fasting, and he turned back to them. Men like Jonathan Edwards covenanted with God in the midst of the Great Awakening that this nation would be the Lord's nation. But even after these revivals, we continued to break covenant. We broke the covenant that declares that all men are created equal, and God poured out his judgment upon us through the Civil War. This cycle of revival, apostasy, and judgment has continued through our nation's history. But now, as a nation, rather than humbly thanking him for his incredible blessings and prosperity, we have offended the ruler of nations by no longer acknowledging him in our history books. We have removed prayer from public education. We have aborted the promised seed of the covenant and a broken covenant in our own homes through divorce, incest, and molestation. We have followed after idolatry, immorality, and even witchcraft itself. The scourge of internet pornography is tearing the very fabric of even our Christian homes. Most of all, we have forgotten how to blush and weep for our sins. Now more than ever, the words of Thomas Jefferson resound in stark contrast to our slumbering coldness. I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just and that his justice cannot sleep forever.